Hello, insiders. I'm here with Rene, who has taken up the role of Creator Liaison. And we want to introduce him to, of course, all of you, our insiders. Hey, Rene, how you doing?
Good. It is. I've been watching this channel for so long. It is such an amazing experience to actually be on it.
Well, we're so happy to have you. Since you started, we were just talking about the fact that we've both been on some email threads, and one of them was about yellow icons, and you contributed to that, and that you were saying, look, this is what creators really feel in this instance, and you gave us a really good insight there.
Oh, thank you.
So, be it the channel or the work that we're doing every day to improve the creator experience, I'm just so happy that you've taken on the role. So maybe you could start off by telling us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Yeah, I started off in product marketing, but it was for enterprise database analytics. And I loved marketing, but just enterprise was very beige, very dull. So I got into tech media and I started working for Mobile Nations. I did that for 10 years. And that's just a network of tech sites, but that ended up getting sold off to this large British conglomerate. So I became an indie YouTuber in 2020, and then everything closed down. And like some people made sourdough bread, or some people took up knitting. We all tried to find something to keep us busy during the lockdowns. I just started making videos. I would wake up in the morning and I would make a video, and then I would post it, and then I would do the exact same thing. I think I made 400 videos in 2 years.
You're a month in now, and I'm really interested to hear internally, what's the most surprising thing that you've learned?
When I was in tech media, I met a lot of people. Like I've known Justine for 12 years. I've known Marquez for a decade. I've known Jimmy, Mr. Beast, for a couple of years. And they were all very kind, very helpful to, when I started being a full-time YouTuber. So I had a lot of that context. But I got to meet people at YouTube because of my background. I would just file a lot of complaints, bugs. I don't know what's fair. I would just, anytime I had a problem, I would send it in. And as a result, I got into like some of the betas, some of the experiments, and just, you were always terrific in receiving that kind of feedback. So I knew that there were a lot of people inside YouTube who really, really cared about creators, but I never imagined the scope. Every meeting that I'm in, every person that I meet, creators are so front of mind. I think sometimes there's so many different kinds of creators and edge cases and just completely different requirements from creators that if it doesn't match exactly what you want at any given time, it can seem like YouTube doesn't care. But so many of you care so deeply and are always trying to balance our sometimes very, very different needs that it was just astonishing to me.
Yeah, and I think on that point that it's really hard to see that from the outside. I think anybody who's contributed to this channel, because this is all about insiders and listening to the people who use the platform, who champion it, and are the reason why YouTube's YouTube, I think they can probably relate. So that's anybody who's watching Creator Insider. But moving on from that, when it comes to the Creator Liaison, like what's your overarching goal, and what are the types of topics that you really want to engage with?
Absolutely. So Matt Koval, the original Creator Liaison, he'd been working at YouTube when he became Creator Liaison. And so they wanted somebody who had been working immediately as a creator, someone who was experiencing growing a channel, all the trials and tribulations that go through that. I joke and say, like, I want to feel the pain of creators before they do, or at least at the same time they do. So I'm staying as an active creator. I always want to be trying everything, doing everything, seeing how hard it is to grow or what areas. And because that informs my job, which is literally to help advocate for creators inside of YouTube, so that when all of you folks, everyone in the product team, are making decisions, you have a resource you can call upon to sort of get like an indication of where creators are and where creators are thinking. And all the creators I talk to, I can share their feedback with all of you. And that's true across different areas of YouTube. But also externally, one of the things that was hardest for me when I started creating is there was this mountain of misinformation about like this machine, this unfeeling, unthinking, unsympathetic algorithm. Yeah, that was just there to punish you and capriciously, promote some videos and not. And I learned, there's so many good YouTube educators, and I would go on every stream, and I heard like Todd Beaupre talking, and it got rid of so much stress and so much anxiety. And it just empowered me to think of my audience, not the algorithm, but how my audience would feel about things. And I just want to be able to help as many creators as possible sort of put aside some of the preconceptions, the erroneous things about the algorithm, and really see how well they can do when they understand their audience and everything involved.
That's really sweet. Well, hopefully the creator liaison role would be a good avenue for you to explore all of that. But like, what's top of your list? What's the first thing you want to do?
Yeah, so I think like just helping to demystify the algorithm, I think is huge. Just helping people to understand how YouTube works, so that whether they're a new and emerging creator or they've been here for a while, and either they're growing but not as fast as they want, or they feel like they're in sort of a lull and they want to get things started again. I just want to be able to have those conversations. There's a whole bunch of like what I call the creator middle class that, you know, maybe they want to be big YouTubers, but maybe they just want like a second income for their family, or they want to reach their community, or they want to make a difference for their audience. And I think there's a lot of stuff we can do to help. And then inside is everything you imagine. You know, if somebody is complaining about comments or they're complaining about yellow dollar sign, I want to be able to take all the feedback I'm getting from them and share it with all of you, so that because I know everybody is sort of aware of creator issues, but there's just so many different perspectives on them. I want to just help keep everybody informed.
Yeah, and when you say the creator middle class, I think one of the things that always strikes me about a yellow icon is sometimes it's a yellow icon on a really big channel, and sometimes it's on a smaller channel. And either way, it's, you know, potentially revenue that somebody was counting on that, you know, could have gone to a mortgage payment or a payment to the staff people have hired. So there are a lot of things we want to investigate and questions we'd love to answer on this channel, and we'd love your help.
Oh, I would love that. Like I said, I've been watching this channel for years and years and years, and it's an incredible thrill to actually be on it. And you can always, you know, absolutely contact me at any time. It's at YouTube Liaison on Twitter. But for like day-to-day tech support for specific things, for specific channels, that is all at Team YouTube.
Thanks so much for joining us. Insiders, I want you to give Rene a big welcome. Let us know what you think about, you know, the topics he wants to engage in the comments, as well as your own ideas about things that he can do to help, or topics that he should be shining a light on. But until next time, from the creators of YouTube to YouTube creators, keep it real, and we'll see you next week.